Hi folks, this is Pastor Sarah with a kids' church story for the month of February. Our story this month is a story about Jesus and his disciples and some children. See, Jesus didn't teach in a church building. Jesus would travel around to different villages, and he would preach outside. And while he was preaching, all kinds of people would stop and listen. A lot of people found him interesting and surprising, and they wanted to learn more. This meant that Jesus was usually talking to strangers, people that he had never met before that day. And they weren't specific people that Jesus invited. They were just whoever happened to show up that day. Well, one day, the first people to show up were a bunch of kids, children. Jesus' disciples, they felt like Jesus was too important to have children so close to him. They thought that Jesus' teaching needed to be heard by grown-ups. And they thought that grown-ups were more important than children. Can you imagine? That's not what we think today. But these disciples, they thought that only important people should be around Jesus and that grown-ups were more important than children. So they came and they tried to make the children leave, go away. They looked for the parents and tried to get the parents to call them back. But Jesus stopped his disciples because what they were doing was wrong. Jesus said, "Let those children come and be with me. I want them here close to me." Because children, they can show us as much about God as anyone. Did you know that? Did you know that you can teach people about God just by being yourself? That's something I believe. We work hard at our church to make sure everybody knows that children are welcome. I know that you know that. But today, even today, some grown-ups need to be reminded that children are always welcome at church. One of the ways that we show people that kids are welcome is that right here in our sanctuary, where we come for church on Sunday mornings, we have things for kids. Have you seen these? Have you seen this basket before? It lives underneath a table. And inside, there are blocks just for kids. All kinds of colors and shapes. And they're soft, so kids can play with them during church and it doesn't make a lot of noise. Because we want kids to be able to stay in church as long as they and their families feel comfortable. Do you remember these little bags? And you can fill it up with blocks to take to your own seat in your own pew. That's just one of the ways that we try to let everybody know that children are always welcome at this church. Because Jesus said, "Make sure the children can come. I want them close to me." And that includes you. I hope that you're doing really well. I look forward to you being able to come to church here in the church building sometime later this year.